Going on, dudes and dudettes? Yes, my hair, the sides are like really bad. I'll insert a picture of a villain from that movie, No Country for Old Men, that Javier Bardem played. If I think I let it go too much, it's gonna look like that. So I might end up changing it. I mean, he did. He pretty much got nominated. I forget if he won. He should have definitely won for that. It's like the most awesome part of that movie, most memorable thing. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to deal with it right now as I've been letting it grow out since the beginning of November. So we will see. But yeah, when it comes to a couple things we're going to start off with, apparently when it comes to the Chargers, they have one free agent, especially at the running back position, that they're going to be looking forward to adding. And that is Saquon Barkley of the New York Giants. And I forget if he was franchise tagged, but then they worked out something to where I guess he did get a little bit more money than that deal or whatever it was, but I don't know if they can franchise tag him again after that whole situation and how all those details entail. But yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe according to a source close to Jim Harbaugh that they will be trying to go after someone like that. And obviously there are other couple good running backs like that, including Derrick Henry, who will be a free agent as well. And I'm pretty sure Tennessee is wanting to move on from him as well because they did draft a pretty talented guy, Tyjae Spears, to be his backup in the past year. So I don't know, those type of cowbells, grind it out guys to get you like 3 or 4 yards here and there, have them do that for your team. I think that's how Jim Harbaugh likes his offense to go. So maybe they could be a good, nice duo for them to be at least the top of the free agent list for the LA Chargers. Another bit of Chargers news, especially on the offensive coaching side. I believe offensive coordinator in the past, Greg Roman, who actually worked as the offensive coordinator with Jim Harbaugh when he was at San Francisco, is coming to LA soon and looks like he will be joining his staff. I don't think it is a 100% official that he will be the OC, but maybe some type of assistant coach or assistant to the offense or something like that, but it does not look like he's going to be the main offensive coordinator. So that's kind of one of the spots that Chargers will have to fill out at some point soon. But yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing who they end up filling out, because they've been filling out a lot of other places. They just can't announce it officially just because they have to go through that Rooney Rule process as well to not hire, but also interview a couple minority people like they did with the head coaching's job, and they have to do that with the coordinators as well. So once they get all that done, then I guess they will be able to hire who has been linked to them so far early in this process. Yes, Jim Harbaugh's son, Jay Harbaugh, a lot of news before this was that he would be coming to LA to become the special teams coach for the Chargers, but it looks like he's going to end up going to Seattle to be their special teams coach up there, which I don't mind at all, because that means at least hopefully Jim Harbaugh will look at trying to keep Ryan Ficken, who has turned around the Chargers special team, and they actually found a kicker. They're really good on special teams and don't give up touchdowns in that area from what I can remember the past couple of seasons, and he's been one of the bright spots coaching-wise the past couple of years. So I'll be definitely very happy and excited if they do end up keeping one of the bright spots this past couple of years, as I said. But like I said, that can't become official, I don't think. Maybe it can, just because he's already been on the roster, but maybe because if it's an outside hire, you have to wait for that Rooney Rule. But Rooney Rule, I don't know why I'm almost saying like a W, but yes, hopefully we'll get that situated at some point soon. Like I said, yes, Tuesday, as you're seeing this video, they will be introducing Joe Ortiz as the new GM officially. I know he was there at the press conference and even took some pictures with Jim Harbaugh when he was introduced this last Thursday, but now this Tuesday will be official for Joe. And obviously they look like they already had a great chemistry and a great relationship so far, even though they've never officially worked in the past together. But looks like they will be a good Batman and Robin duo, as Jim Harbaugh recently said in his press interview. So definitely looking forward to seeing what these two can do for my franchise in the LA Chargers. And when it comes to Lakers news, yes, the other day after that Celtics win, I think during that game, Jared Vanderbilt, one of the better defensive players, went out with a foot injury. And pretty much right after that, they didn't know if he was going to be out several weeks or maybe throughout for like the whole year. But it kind of looks like as of right now, there may have been some news. I didn't really get to see exactly what it was, but it looked like people were still pretty hopeful and thinking that he could return before the season ended, or at least during the playoffs. So that could be something we could look forward to in the future. And some bit of rumors came out that the Lakers were maybe looking to shop Gabe Vincent. Before it was always kind of like D'Angelo Russell or somebody else, but I guess now his name has been thrown into the trade block or trade talk, so we'll see what comes from that. But apparently the Lakers did check in with Detroit on a player in Danilo Gallinari, who is a bit of a veteran, didn't really play the past couple of years, especially when he signed a big deal with the Celtics. He got hurt that year and pretty much hasn't been the same since, and has barely played with like Washington and Detroit where he's been. But I don't really know how much he exactly makes either, so how much of a smart trade that would be. And if he does get let go, I'm not 100% sure if the Lakers are able to sign him because he is a buyout candidate, but maybe they can just because they're not at that second apron or whatever level it is on your salary cap or something like that. But there were reports too saying that the Lakers are not going to make a trade this trade season, basically this trade deadline, unless it was for a third star that can help out LeBron and Anthony Davis. And I don't know, it's going to be tough because they're going to have to give up a lot of future stuff. And I know if they wait until this summer, around when the draft starts, they will have like at least 2 to 3 more first round picks that they can utilize and be able to get rid of around that time. But as of right this second, they can only give up something way in the future. And I don't know if a team really wants to wait that long for a 2029 first round pick. So maybe it is in their best interest to just wait until then, and hopefully D'Angelo Russell plays ball and picks up his player option, and then you could use that in a trade if they do end up trading him as well, or if they have to keep him because they have no other choices. So we'll see how that ends up going. But I did do a couple of mock trades to kind of see if it met the level of their third star caliber. Pretty much when Jared Vanderbilt went down, the only person I could really think of to get on the team was Bruce Brown, who was more of like his similar size and position to be able to guard, especially defensively, but help you out more on the offensive side, and that was Bruce Brown. So obviously the Lakers would get him from the Raptors, and then they would send Rui Hachimura, Jalen Hood-Schifino, Christian Wood, a 2024 second-round pick, and the 2029 first-round pick not protected. And this is okay, but it's just like, yeah, like I said, if they want to wait that long, and it was tough to try to give up Rui, you probably could give up D'Angelo in this situation, but then you just got to hope Gabe Vincent is 100% healthy soon at some points, and that's a big if, so you never know. And, you could probably have kept that younger player. But either way, that's the one mock trade I thought of, at least for a star. There are other trades I thought you could do where it involved like Alex Caruso from the Chicago Bulls, him coming to the Lakers, and then they'll get Gabe Vincent and the 2029 first round pick, but it is top 3 protected, obviously, just because at least you get some type of leverage towards the Lakers at that point in time in history. But probably wouldn't matter anyways because it will be a higher pick because the Lakers won't be sucking that bad, hopefully, at that time. And there's also another player they were talking about a lot from the Nets, and Dorian Finney-Smith. So I had him coming to the Lakers in a mock trade. And the Lakers sent to the Nets Gabe Vincent, Christian Wood, 2024, 2025, and a 2027 second-round picks. Obviously, I don't think you should be giving up a first-round pick for Dorian Finney-Smith, especially that 2029 one, but throw multiple second-round picks, and I heard even a player from Washington and Tyus Jones, I know they were asking for a first-round pick, but they've also recently said they could take second-round picks, so you could do that as well if you wanted to go that route, especially if you had to give up D'Angelo Russell in a trade for Bruce Brown. So I don't know, it could kind of work out in a multi-team trade. So hopefully they'll do something, and if not, then we'll just have to pray for the best. And the Lakers did beat the Charlotte Hornets Monday night 124 to 118. Anthony Davis had a triple-double with 26 points, 15 rebounds, and 11 assists, so that was good to see. At least they got another victory while on the road, so hopefully they'll do pretty good on that back-to-back later in the week. And then, yes, sadly, over the weekend, Duke did lose on the road at North Carolina, 84 to 93. I guess it was pretty much this throughout the whole game. I kind of stopped watching a little bit after halftime just because it looked like they just weren't into it. And like how I thought, they were still at that 10-point deficit around there, and that's how much pretty much that they lost by. So hopefully they will bounce back at some point this week. And even with that, when the AP poll did come out this week, they are still ranked the number 9 team. So after going 1-1 last week, that's pretty good, only moving down 2 spots from number 7. So can't be too mad about that, still being a top 9 team overall in the country for Duke. And the USC women's side were finally ranked back in the top 10 in the AP poll at number 10, so that was good to see. And also, Juju Watkins was named a couple of pretty good things. She was named the Pac-12 Player and Freshman of the Week, which was cool. And she also named the Naismith Trophy Player of the Week, which I never saw, but I guess that goes pretty much like the main MVP of the year, so I guess they've been watching her, obviously. And she was recently named the cover of Slam Basketball, which is pretty cool. I always knew that was a big-time basketball magazine, and talking about her, I guess the most recent 30 years of women's basketball and how she could lead them into the future over the next 30 years, or at least be a big part of that. Kind of surprised they didn't put like Caitlin Clark of Iowa, maybe even Paige Beckers or Sabrina Ionescu, who's already in the WNBA, but obviously Juju Watkins is balling, so it's a pretty nice, timely thing that she did this article, and she scored 51 points the other day, so congrats to her. Nice, cool photo shoot, and nice to be able to get this out for a lot of the future recruits coming into USC as well. Thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Have a great day. Bye, if I don't.